Karibu sana. Welcome, welcome.
Check on here. Salama, everyone.
Yeah, welcome, y'all.
If y'all can hear us, give us a 1. Let us know.
Yeah, y'all.
There's people saying 1. They can hear us. Seems like it's buffering a little bit. Or maybe it was just on my phone.
None in the chat.
I can see it on here. Y'all give us 1 second. We're gonna get started in a minute.
But they said they can hear us fine.
Yeah, they can hear us. Y'all, if y'all can hear us fine, and if the stream is good, it's not like buffering, give us a 1, please.
Oh, we have 40 people. Wow. Welcome, y'all.
Is it possible to turn it down 1?
Turn it down?
Yeah.
What?
It's saying 1. They said there's a lag. So one person said there's a lag. Is it because of the chat is on there? Or is it connected to the TTCL?
Yeah, it's connected to TTCL.
Okay. Somebody say it's good now. Okay. All right, perfect. So yeah, Salama family, let us know which part of the world y'all are in. They said it sounds great. Okay, good, perfect.
Good. Yeah, let us know where y'all tuning in from. Let us know where y'all checking in and watching on my phone and TV. Y'all good.
Okay.
And to Lisa, thank you. She said phone and TV. Thank you, appreciate
Shalom,
it.
good to see you both. Good to be here. It's been a while. Ooh, I don't even remember when our last live was. It's been a while. But yeah, y'all, we've been busy, and y'all seen what's been going on.
St. Louis, Missouri.
St. Louis, Colorado.
Evans, Colorado.
U.S. headed to Bagamoyo. Okay.
Karibu to Bagamoyo.
Hebrew in you. Columbus, Ohio.
Welcome, Columbus. There's a lot of people checking in from Ohio. Yeah. A lot of people. Y'all trying to get up out of Ohio, huh? A lot of people from Ohio. That's like one of the most common places we see. Probably Ohio and New York. A bunch of people from New York. But Ohio, yeah, y'all deep. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the new subscribers who's joining us. Ethiopia. Love from Ethiopia. Thank you. Karibu. Kayla, it's time to go. Yes, it is, Danda. Yes, it is. It's perfect time.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the U.S. I see.
Man.
Every time I turn on the news, it's breaking news.
Man.
Yeah.
This is breaking these days.
Breaking news.
Let me see.
Fantu Lisa says she's Tanzania bound July 2024. Yes, ma'am.
Karibu sana.
You guys are great. I'm watching from Manchester, UK. Okay, UK in the house.
Manchester.
Hello.
Hello, Governor.
I used to always love doing the British accent.
Manchester. That's what's up. Welcome from Manchester, you guys. Oh, wow. A lot of people from everywhere. Karibu, y'all. Hope all is well wherever y'all at, wherever you're tuning in from. Hope your family is good. Hope you're not letting the craziness slow you down or stop you. We are the news at this point, so I don't even watch the news, and I try to stay off of social media. Yeah, you gotta, man, I think it's best to be able to just use social media as a tool these days.
Yeah.
Because if you get caught up in what's being taught on there, what they talking about, man,
Get down a long rabbit hole.
Yeah, you get thrown off of your path hard.
Yeah, the whole day will be gone.
Man,
But you'll have nothing to show for yourself but just
scrolling
on the internet. But the internet is good, like if you use it as a tool and to like for knowledge and to better yourself. But mindless scrolling, nah.
Yes, slothfulness.
Currently in Bulgaria. Oh wow.
At the moment. Where's Bulgaria?
Bulgaria. I think that's like in is it Eastern Europe?
Wow.
Or something.
That's what's up, Bulgaria.
I'm not sure.
Where are you at in Bulgaria? Karibu, welcome. Somebody else. What is the immigration situation like now? Kamakawa, excuse me, the same. Good to see you both live, watching from LA, Los Angeles. Much love, Henry. Karibu Sana, welcome.
Yeah. We what, like 7 minutes in now? 8?
No.
9 minutes in, yeah.
We'll give it about 30 more minutes, let some people pull up. How y'all feel about that? Let's give them about 30 more minutes before we get started. You know, we're gonna let the room warm up. And you know, let's see how things go. How y'all feel about 30 more minutes? Let me know. If you agree to 31 more minutes, put 1 in the chat. If not, put 2. 30 more minutes. Might gonna be like, no, 2.5.
CP time.
Full effect.
Well, yeah, you ready?
See. Probably give the people time. Give them about 30 more minutes. See? Kayla said 30 minutes. No, I'm joking. T-Dot. I know where T-Dot is. But yeah, we can go ahead and get started. Yeah, guys. Karibu, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this on the replay later, thank you for tuning in again anyway. But all of you guys who are here right now and joining us, thank you for taking the time to join us and sit down and you know, see what we've been led to talk about and what we feel it's time to shine light on. And we have to continue to shine light and expose the enemy because the enemy will never stop. So, you know, we have to continue to shine light and show the spirits that's at work and really, you know, stand our ground and show that we have to fight for what we know we are called to do and fight for what, you know, what we are supposed to be doing over here. A lot of people are on these journeys, on this type of journey, and we are called to put our families in a better position. And we have to go against the enemies. We have to go against the familiar spirits. We have to go against everything we've been taught, everything that's been thrown at us, and still keep going for what the Most High calls you to do. So, you know, our journey is all about giving people insight about what we've done, what we've been able to overcome, and what we still, you know, fighting against and continuing to overcome. So, you know, we want to just, man, shine some light. That's what we're here to do, shine light and show people what's going on and keep it real with you guys. Because that's the best way to be. It ain't easy, but it's definitely doable. But we just want to let y'all know what's going on and what you have to look out for and who you have to look out for when you're trying to elevate in life, when you're trying to move to a better place, when you're trying to come over here to the continent and get acclimated. You need to know what to look out for and who to look out for.
Yeah. I don't know why. Well, I know why, but since January of this year, really before then, but really like it's kicked into high gear for the past, I would say 5 months. But the Most High really has us on like this, like expose the enemy. Like expose the enemy, whether it's saying their names or just exposing the spirits. Because with everything, like he said, it's always the spirit. You have to look at the spirit and the principality that's at work. But the devil, the enemy, does use people to carry out his will, just like how the Most High uses people to carry out his will on his earth, because they're spirits. Yeah. They have no legal authority to operate in this realm. That's why they have to use physical beings and entities and things to carry out their will and their purpose. So people are allowing the enemy to use them. You know, let's just put it out there. People are allowing the enemy to use them. People are, whether it's knowingly or unknowingly, most times they know what they're doing. You know, they're allowing the enemy to use them. They're allowing these different spirits that are detrimental to not only them, but to the society, the nation as a whole. You know, it's detrimental. And even with like the fall of Diddy, like we see how like these generational spirits are now being exposed. All of these things that have been allowed to linger and fester within our communities, and to just destroy people, destroy destinies, destroy purpose. You know, that's what these spirits are sent here to do, to steal, kill, and destroy. And so part of our assignment is to expose this and to actually start slaying these devils on the platform. So before we even get started, I'm just let y'all know that this may ruffle some feathers. You know, some people may get offended. And I would say if you get offended, take that to the Most High, because that may be him pricking your spirit about something that you've done that you need to repent for. But nonetheless, it's a timely message. And, you know, for those who are called to hear it, for the individuals that may be suffering or maybe being attacked or under influence by these entities, I hope that you repent. But yeah, that's, without further ado, I guess we're gonna get into
kick off.
Get into the nitty gritty of what's been going on.
Yeah. So exposing the enemy. The biggest enemy that a lot of people deal with when they come over here is themselves. That's the biggest enemy that people unfortunately deal with. And they deal with it within themselves because they haven't healed and don't have the faith that they claim that they had when they started this journey and started this process. That, like, it takes another level of faith. It takes tapping into another level of believing and understanding for you to be able to stay over here long term and reap the benefits of what it means to stay over here long term. Like, people unfortunately will allow themselves to self-sabotage their situation because of the negativity that's been planted within them, and they're not able to, don't even want to do the necessary work to sit down and heal and really use the scriptures for what it's supposed to be used for, and sit down and wash ourselves with the word. Use the word to cleanse our mind, cleanse our heart, cleanse the way we operate. But instead, people come over here and just want to unload their junk and not do the inner work that they need to do in order to stay over here long term.
Yeah, you know, and I see so many people, like, they don't even give things time. You know, like, we'll use ourselves as an example, and we'll get to the people in a minute. But let's focus on this right now. Using us as an example, we started our business FordsHerbal in 2017. 2016, 2017, we started our business. Now, when we first started the business, it like the first day we started off at the farmer's market. The first day we went out there, we made sales, you know, but there were days like where we were out there in the cold. Like, I remember having a space heater, like, right by my feet in a big bubble jacket, like 3 or 4 layers of clothes, like sitting outside the farmer's market in the cold, selling my herbal products, selling hair oil, selling face toner, selling black soap, selling whatever. He was out there too. T3 was even out there too. We were out there selling through rain, sleet, snow. We were out there selling. Now, we could have given up within the first year or two because we're like, oh, we're not automatically $1 million company. You know, like, we're not automatically a 6-figure company. Let's go ahead and just scratch this. You know, even though the Most High told us to do this and we got the assignment to go ahead and start this business, it doesn't look like anything right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and just dissolve this company and move on to the next thing. And then when that next thing doesn't work, they're moving on to the next thing. And then before you know it, these people have started 3 and 4 businesses or 2 businesses within the space of like 2 or 3 years.
Not the people, our story.
Huh?
Our story.
No, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Sorry. But back to our story. You have to stick to something because you don't know, the blessing could be at the 3-year time frame. And the Most High is going to see, are you going to hold the position? Are you going to hold the posture? Are you going to hold on to the last thing he told you to do? I don't care if he has you in that season for 4 years, 5 years. Joseph was in jail, in prison for, was it 7 or 13 years? He was in prison for a long time. He could have said, you know what, at 3 years, I'm going to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in this prison house. I'm being falsely accused of rape. You know, like I'm in a jail cell. My family don't want me. My brothers and sisters is on me. Let me just go ahead and wrap this rope around my neck and kill myself and just end it all. He could have did that, but he held on to the dream, the purpose, and the vision that the Most High gave him when he was a child, and he knew that at some point this is going to come into fruition. So going back to the story, like I see so many people who come here and they start a business or they start off and saying like, okay, the Most High told me to do X, Y, and Z. And then within like 6 months to a year, the whole plan is like completely changed. The business is dissolved. And I'm like, you didn't even give it a chance. Like you didn't even do marketing properly. You didn't even put the right people in position. You hired some local off the street. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong. Don't, you know, like there's nothing wrong with that. But the issue is if you're gonna hire like somebody from just off the street that you met, they may probably not have the skill sets that's needed in order to fulfill that position properly. So you have good intentions, so-called, but remember, our ways is not the Most High ways. You may have good intentions to help this individual, but for one, did you pray about it? Did you ask the Most High, should I hire this person to be, you know, like running 50 to 80% of my business? Or do I need to hire somebody with the skill sets, which means I probably will have to pay more money.
Do some more research, interview.
Exactly. Or I need to put in time to train this individual that I want to bring up from out the mud to have the skill sets which is needed. But then you're going to be putting in 2 to 3 years into somebody to make them into what you need them to be. So these are all the things that people aren't thinking about, and that have, you know, become like stumbling blocks and roadblocks to people. People are giving up prematurely.
Yeah. And unfortunately, a lot of our people, they have this mentality. It's like self-righteousness, and it's sort of like a colonizer's mindset in a way, almost, because they feel like because they have a lot of money, they can like sabotage things and not really be a good person because they have money, and because they feel like they know some scripture, or they feel like they've been you know, walking righteously for a few years, that they are all of a sudden better than a particular set of individuals. So, you know, I've learned, I heard this a few weeks ago on a podcast. I forget who it was, but they said like a lot of people think that it's in the moments of your righteousness where you acting all self-righteous, where you trying to pretend like you so holier than thou, that you are obtaining the blessings and getting the blessings. But it's really in those dark moments. It's in those moments where you're dying to yourself. It's in those moments when you are literally in a humble state where the Most High is elevating you. It's never when we in those moments of, oh yeah, I'm gloating and boasting on things. It's when you're in that humble position and you continuing to ask the Most High to show you and lead you and guide you and put you in the right path, is when we continue to get those blessings. It's not when you start, oh, I'm honoring the Sabbath consistently. I've been going hard for the past 7 years, so this is why I've been going hard for the past few years. It's not about that. Yes, it's important, but it's about you being in that secret place. It's about you humbly asking the Most High to heal your heart. It's not about you out here so-called flexing on people with your Bible knowledge. Like, bro, how are you living? How are you treating people? What are you doing? How are your relationships? Like, that's the most important thing. And people think because we the people now, they forget that we're supposed to have the posture of Christ. We're supposed to be trying to connect with our brothers. We're supposed to be trying to build with one another and keeping the proper mindset. But people still are allowing gossip and backbiting and stubbornness and pride, honoriness overtake them, and they find themselves walking in the same circle that they was doing in the States, because they won't humble themselves and take humble instructions and listen to what the Most High is doing. Listen to who the Most High is leading to them. Many people get on these videos and they watch us and I don't want y'all to over glamorize this thing. People, you got to stop over glamorizing this. This is real life. This is real faith. This is real trusting the process. Like, if you're watching these videos and you've seen us do this for the past few years, like, there's a process that we're telling people to be able to do this successfully. It ain't just come off the plane and show your money and put your money somewhere. It's not about that. It's deeper than that. Sometimes you guys just sit down for a few months and just relax. And you have to be able to take instructions so that you can move properly.
Yeah, that's so true, because I don't know how many people I can't. I don't know how many people have said like the Most High led me to this person, or the Most High led me to you guys, or the Most High told me to come and take advice from you guys about the situation, and we give them the advice step by step. Do this, set up your business. People will literally come over here and do the exact opposite just to tell us. We literally had somebody tell us like, yeah, because y'all know us, we are business mindseted people. We always tell people to start a business. Now, we do tell people about the other options, like you have the student visa options, but we always say in the long term, you want to either join a business or start your own business because you're going to need to sustain yourself. At the end of the day, you can't live off of air. You need money, or you need wealth. You need things, assets to be able to sustain yourself. So after you finish your student visa, now you need to start your business. Like what you're going to do now, because the school is only going to last for so long. You're not going to be in school indefinitely. So you have to have a backup plan. So we have always advised people to set up a business from the beginning, right? So we did a consultation with this one individual, and this is not the person or what we're going to be talking about, but this is just an example. And we were like, yeah, come and set up your business, like set it up the local way, like have a local as a majority shareholder in your business so you can set it up as a local business so you can get land and and all this other stuff. This person came to us and told us, yeah, I know you guys told me to do it this way, but I want to be different. I want to do it this way. So we were just looking at him like,
go ahead, bro.
We like, all right, like go ahead. Within a year,
not even.
I don't even think it was a year.
Not even 3 months.
Within like 3 months, he was complaining to us. Oh, they're not doing this right. They're not doing it this right. They're not showing up on time. They're not running the business properly. And I'm like, this is somebody that doesn't have the skill sets. Again, going back to what we were saying, to do this position, but you wanted to be different and prove that you were doing something different, and you wind up finding yourself in a pitfall. So there's always a blueprint of how to do stuff. Even like with mathematics, 1 + 1 is always going to equal 2. It don't matter which way you try to go around it, how many other numbers and letters you try to add to it, is always going to get you the same end result. Yeah. So that person had to wind up dissolving their business, lost thousands of dollars in the process, and it took a huge hit, like just from trying to so-called do it different than what the advice that was being given. That was the sole reason of them doing that. So it's just things like this, like if you're coming to somebody for advice and they give you advice and you don't follow, you can't blame that person if things don't turn out the way that you expected them to do. Man. That's not fair to the person.
Man, take accountability for your own actions.
Take accountability for what you're doing and what you're not doing.
Man, we know it's we come from a society that bred us to, throw blame and put accountability on other people for our mistakes. But sometimes, bro, you gotta look in the mirror and man and woman up, because essentially you watching us because you want to do something for your family. So by you being petty, by you not accepting accountability, you just holding yourself and your family back.
Yeah. So it's like,
you ain't hurt me. You ain't hurting us.
Do you want to prove us wrong, or do you want to be successful in Africa?
For your family.
You have to decide, because you can try to prove us wrong if you want to. You're not going to.
We got there's always a choice when we walking on this journey of coming to Africa and trying to help people and with people, and it's important. We always tell people that you gotta have you gotta come over here with a plan, no matter where you're at, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much money you don't have, you still have to come over here with a plan. Like my wife and I, we came over here with a clear cut plan. We didn't come over here flying by night trying to pretend like we had it figured out. We came over here with, like she said, our business that we started in 2017, and we decided to just bring it over here and station it here. We started off literally from the ground up. We were sleeping on the floor with no furniture for
like 3 to 5 months.
Yeah. 3 months. We came over here, lived below our means, and made sure that we put ourselves in a good position to stay over here long term. We did the necessary research. We did the necessary everything that we need to do to make sure that we was able to stay over here long term. We didn't rush. We took our time and figured out what we were doing over here. We tell everybody, you have to make sure you plan. You have to have a mindset when you're coming over here. You can't just come over here and be stuck in this la-la land and thinking like, oh, this is Africa. My brothers and sisters love me. It's going to be easy. Yeah, they love you, but it's not gonna be easy.
Yeah. And going back to what he was saying, you know, like with about living within your means, like that's another thing that a lot of that a trap where people allow them their own selves to become their own enemy. When people, it's like the finances piece and not budgeting piece. Like you said, we slept on the floor for like 5 months. We didn't even get furniture. I know people who come over here with a little bit of money and will furnish their whole entire house, even the rooms that they're not even in. Y'all remember the first house that we had? It was like a 7-bedroom house. We didn't need all rooms. It was just 3 of us, me and him and T3. Naya wasn't born yet, so we had 3 rooms. I think we had there was 7 rooms. We had like half of them furnished, and most of that stuff was already in there. It was already beds in there, so we didn't even really furnish anything. We furnished the guest room, our living room, the kitchen, and our bedroom. That was it. The other rooms there was no furniture in there. But you know, some people, they come over here, they have to look the part, and they want to go and get all the nicest furniture, furnish all their rooms, and know that they only have a small budget they're working on. If you're working on a small budget, you need to be sleeping on an air mattress or on the floor. You're gonna be okay. Your back might be hurt a little bit, but you'll be okay. You know, when the children of Israel were in the wilderness, they slept in tents. They wasn't sleeping in 5-star luxury hotels. You know, like if you can afford that, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like by all means, ball out.
Yeah.
Live your life. If you're retired and you've worked hard all your whole life, you want to come over here and splurge and enjoy yourself, that's cool.
Yeah.
But the majority of the people coming over here are not in that position. And so they get here, they spend all this money on this and that. We see them out at all the restaurants because we be there. We go to the restaurants to do our business, to have meetings with people, or to just like, there's one restaurant we go to all the time that has a nanny area in the background where they T3 and them play. So we'll go there and have like, we'll do our work and they'll be in the back playing. So we always see diasporans in there. So we know like a lot of diasporans are living above their means. They're not budgeting as far as transportation goes. Like when I see them, they're in the Uber car. And now if anybody here knows, like on Uber, there's like 3 different options. You have the motorcycle, the Bajaji, and the car. The car is the most expensive option out of those 3. And we always see people riding around in Uber cars. Nobody wants to take the bus or the boat or the Bajaji. Some people do, but people are just living outside of their means. And so this is another thing. Like people are not acquiring the financial skills that they need to have. If you know that you're a bad budgeter, or if you don't even have a budget, period, that's number 1 wrong thing to do. Number 2 is to acquire the skill sets you need to get a budget. There's so many classes you can take on financial literacy. Yeah. There's apps you can have that will literally do your budget for you. You just put your inputs in, like need to spend this much on that, and it will track your budget for you. You know, so like these are just like things that we feel like are common sense, that it's not really common sense, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know,
and even, you know, on the other side of the spectrum with finances, you know, I've unfortunately experienced, you know, you get people that come over here and they are financially capable and they do things and purchase things at a high level, but when it comes time to supporting their people and supporting, you know, the people that's actually working and helping them, there's like a certain animosity when it comes to having to pay. Like there's like this certain like,
I'm getting scammed.
Where the money going? Why I got to get this small amount? Like, bro, pay these people for their time. Why people make it weird to pay for stuff? They try and make it seem like everything is a scam.
Yeah.
Instead of just paying people for their time and following the process and doing what people ask them to do to get the process moving forward. People are literally like, I hate to say it, but it's like a stingy spirit. Like people are literally stingy. Like, I ain't gonna lie. You can tell when people are well off. You can tell when people take care of themselves.
Yeah, they be bragging like, I just sold my house. I'm about to come over this.
Throwing it in our face, but come over here nickel and diming when I'm saying, hey man, you have to pay this person to help us out.
Don't even want to pay us for helping out or nothing. Don't want to buy us a meal or nothing.
So we've seen people act certain ways, and we've seen what happened when they act and continue to go down that path. So we want to sort of mitigate people falling and failing on these processes and on this journey, because we know this is familiar spirit that's been unfortunately hindering our people. So you can't come over here being stingy if you've been blessed to be put in a position to be well off. Plant some seeds in the right places and don't have that bitterness in your heart, because that's gonna make you lose it. Quit pretending like you poor and acting like you poor when we're supposed to be in abundance. Be careful what you speak. Be careful how you act, because your well might go dry because you acting crazy. And you might have to end up doing something you don't want to do. So, man, and if you're not in a financial situation, develop the mindset so that you can be in there, because it's definitely possible. You can definitely pull yourself up and use your skills in order for you to start generate something for you and yourself and your family.
Yeah, Barbara said, "Do y'all have a success story?" We are a success story. Like what? That's number one. Number two, there's thousands of people who are here, who are living here peacefully,
but they don't want to be on platforms because how people act.
Yeah, and people want to live their life in peace. They don't want to be bothered with not the nonsense of these bad apples who are coming over here doing this nonsense.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. There's a person with a success story that people don't even want to come talk, bro. You got some people that are successful, but they are so honorary, they don't even want to talk about what they did to be successful.
Or they're self-conscious. They don't want to be on camera because of how they look. I'm gonna keep it real. Like y'all asking for the real, right? We've asked people to come on the channel who are successful over here. They don't want to come on there because they're self-conscious of how they look on the camera.
Pan-African stories.
Keep working hard.
Work hard. Thank you for the super chat donations. Why don't you charge for your service? Area 51. Area 51, we do charge for our services. We do. Thanks for that question. That's a great question. But we do charge for our services. Yeah, we do.
Now, some people who are in our community, we are not charging for our services. They're just investing into the community that we're building. But as far as like consultations and other things, yeah, we charge for our services.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nicki Minaj in jail. What?
I heard about that.
Whoa, that's off.
Yeah. Now another thing we wanted to discuss is people not being adequately prepared as far as permits, visas, and things of that nature.
Man.
Believe it or not, there's some people who have come over here and haven't ever been on the immigration website for this country or any other countries that they're going to. I remember back in 2022, there was like a whole group of people who were like doing videos online, like telling people that they didn't know, like they were basically trying to blame it on other people that they didn't know about the cost of the permits, even though everything is on the website. You can go right now, go to immigration.go.tz. All the information is there about how you can get a permit, the cost, the different class A, class B, class C, what you need to do to get your visas, the cost, everything is on there. People have literally came over here and don't know what the cost of stuff is, don't know what the name of the website is, don't know how to go about getting it, don't have somebody they've spoken to about how they're going to go about getting it. They don't have the money saved up. And then they turn around and blame other people like, oh, this is expensive. I don't got the money to pay for that. Well, then you shouldn't have came. Why would you come somewhere without first going on the immigration's website to see how can I stay in this country long term? What are the stipulations? What do I need? How much money do I need? That's not a wise decision.
Yeah.
That's not a wise decision. Like I don't know anybody any other group of people, like nobody would just go like to Europe, move to Europe or any other country without like researching like how they can get like a secondary visa or dual citizenship, which Tanzania doesn't offer that. But I'm just saying in general, some of the African countries do. It's just craziness, like, and then, when things go wrong, they're looking for someone to blame. That's the main issue. It's like, instead of them just saying like, you know what, I messed up. I didn't research the visa laws, the residency laws. I didn't have enough money saved up. I didn't have a plan to get my permits. Because when we came, we knew that we wouldn't be able to initially get our permits right away. So our plan was to stay on the tourist visa for as long as we could and then save up the money to get our permits. But we wasn't surprised at the cost of them, so it's just poor planning, and, people like to say, oh, well, this person had this experience. Yeah, but other people have had good experiences. Other people have been successful. So that lets you know that it's possible, right? It's not outside of the laws of the earth, right? It's possible for someone to be successful in Africa. So it's up to you to decide if you're going to adopt the mindset and adopt the skills and take the advice and have your own faith to be able to succeed. You can't put that on anybody else.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
You gotta walk. You gotta walk out your own salvation. Even though you've seen someone do it, even though you've watched it on YouTube or seen it on another screen, there's still a journey that you have to go on for yourself. You still have to walk it out for yourself. So you got to be able to and be willing to go down that path and trust the people who you started the journey with. So many people get arrogant and think because they reach a certain level in their journey that they so-called surpass the person who introduced them to the journey. But at the end of the day, you just reached a certain level and you smelling yourself. You forget that it's a whole like marathon that you have to run, and you still gonna need a coach a little bit later. You can't let pride and ego, and the freedom help you to cause you to forget that you still need someone in your corner to help you get to where you need to go. Like I've unfortunately had to experience it myself. Upon dealing with so much of the negativity from so many different people, it's sort of I allowed it to, what can I say? How can I say this? To sort of cause my heart to be hardened with working and getting into my word. And I learned after a few months that I know I cannot allow what I'm dealing with from people to hinder me and stop me from getting into my word, keeping my spirit strong, making sure that I'm doing the necessary work that I have to do to keep pushing. Because they're going to keep trying. They're not going to stop. They're going to keep trying to push and do what they need to do. So I still have to focus and do what I need to do. So we still have to do and push and go on through the process no matter how difficult it gets.
Yeah. And we have another success story for whoever asks. Bansu Lisa said, I follow instructions and I have my Class C permit, residence permit, and I don't have to leave the country every 90 days. So it's possible. People do it all the time. But with anything,
thank you for that, Bantu Lisa.
Yeah, with anything in life, even like if you look on reviews, more times than not, like people will leave a review if they have a so-called negative experience or if they want to place blame on someone else, they will leave a review. Most people who are satisfied with a product or who are happy, they're going to just go on and live their happy lives. They're not going to necessarily leave a review or come back and say, hey, I had this great experience. They're just going to, just go on and live their life, or they're just going to do what it is they need to do. Everybody doesn't want to jump on a video or get on social media. That's just the honest truth of it. So don't feel like, oh, because there's, you hear like a lot of negative stories that there's for every negative story you hear, there's
thousands,
10 or 100 positive stories. There's people who've been here for decades,
man,
doing good. They've started lives with people, they've intermarried into the culture, or they just married their own African American brothers and sisters, and they're doing good here. So if you look for those stories, you will find them. Like we mentioned before in another video, you have to change your algorithm. If you always click on negative videos like reasons why I left this country or I got scammed, if that's all you're clicking on, you're not clicking on how can you start a farm in Africa? Oh, this person came to Africa and built a house for this amount of money. If you're not clicking on positive content and people doing positive things, you're not going to see that on your timeline. You're going to see the negativity, what you want to see.
Yeah. Success story, traveling sister.
Yeah.
Who else?
Jules on the Run.
Jules on the Run.
Journey with Us. Oh man, I can name a lot of people who have a lot of.
What's his name? Kinganda,
RJ. Search for Uhuru.
Alita
Black
Israel.
Acres of the Gambia. Alita Israel. The people in Ghana, I think they call the Jones family. Man,
Blacksit family.
Random people here who started businesses, restaurants, and things there. I won't mention their names, but there's people here who have restaurants and other things who are doing
juice shops,
juice shops,
collar shops,
pizza joints, burger joints,
trainings,
games.
It's a lot, man.
There's a lot of people doing
but you still got to go through this though. A lot of those people don't want to be shown because of what we talk about and what we deal with from people. They're like, nah, I ain't trying to get into that. I see what y'all have to deal with, but we still got to do what we got to do. So we just gonna keep exposing it and moving on our journey. But there's people over here that's successful. They've generated something for their families and they're in a good position. They ain't even thinking about going back. And they're overcoming these obstacles and they're doing what they need to do and they following instructions and listening to sound advice. So it's definitely doable, but you just have to be humble, man. You literally have to be humble. I see a lot of my people, they unfortunately they can't. It's difficult for them to listen to somebody that's younger than them, man. It's easy to do it on their screen. It's easy to do it on the screen, but when you get over here on this ground, man, you gotta keep that same spirit. That's what's gonna help you to continue to move forward, continue to press on, and continue to get to where you want to go. You gotta remember where you started, remember where this journey began. Because if you don't, you end up messing up your family. So it's doable, but it's a process. You gotta trust the entire process. You gotta trust the journey.
Yeah, you have to contend, because guess what? As soon as you, I don't even gonna say as soon as you step foot in a confidence. As soon as you make up in your mind, when you verbalize it with your words, and the enemy hears you say, "I'm going to Africa." Oh, it's going down. Y'all hear me?
They own you.
It's going down.
They own you.
Like, you better be prepared. You better have your armor on. You better be girded up in your faith. You better set your face like flint. Like, I don't care what happens. Come hell or high water, I'm getting on that plane. I'm going to Africa, and I'm not looking back.
Man.
That's how you have to have. And that's the mindset we have. We left in 2020. We haven't been back since. We've been here, going on 5 years, almost 5, getting to 5 years. We're in our 4th year now. Are we in our 4th? We'll be in our 4th year in August. In August, we'll complete the 4th year. So, one of the things that another pitfall and another attack of the enemy is people giving up after one bad circumstance.
Man.
Like, I see so many people, like, one bad thing happens to them. They're on the first thing smoking out of here. We've been scammed before. We've given money to people and they've not done the work that we asked them to do. They've run off with the money. We've let people borrow money they never returned. So let's not make it seem like we're just over here. We've had like a rosy road. Like, no, like we have gotten scammed. That's why we're able to come back and tell y'all what to look out for.
Yeah.
Like, we're reaching back, to let y'all know, don't do this. Like, one of our main things is don't give people money until the job is completed. Like, give them a little bit of deposit that you're not going to miss if they run off with it. And then when the job is done, then you give them the rest of your money. We learned that through experience. But, people will give up after one bad circumstance. Like, if that's the case, we would have been out here in 2020.
Man.
2020, when we didn't have the furniture to get up off that floor and get into a bed, we like, you know what, I'm gonna go back to America and sleep on my bed, my comfortable bed, or sleep on my parents' bed, or sleep on my auntie's bed, or whichever family member or friend, and start over. I'm gonna go get me a job. I'm gonna go get enough money so I can get a bed and furniture. You'd have been out of here. Like, one time you would have got scammed, you would have been out of here.
Man.
Like, so giving up after one bad circumstance only shows that you're a quitter.
Dang.
And like, like, I'm tired of mincing words and everything like that. Like, sometimes we just got to keep it real with people, because these are spirits that we're dealing with. We can't play around with these spirits and that's working in these people. If you're going to give up after one bad circumstance, after you said the Most High told you to come over here and do X, Y, Z, you're a quitter. And the Most High is not pleased with you. He said, any man who puts his feet to the plow and looks back is not fit for the kingdom. So I'm going to just put that out there on the table. I know it's probably some people's going to be offended.
Man. A double-minded man.
I have to say what needs to be said.
Can't be double-minded, man. 1 month, the Most High told you to be here. The next month, the Most High told you to go somewhere.
1 minute, the Most High told y'all we was servants of the Most High. Next minute, we devils. The scriptures say a double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. 1 minute you said the Most High told you to go link up with traveling sister or somebody else. You calling us on the phone, talking crap. Why? So
get yourself together, man.
It's just so many different things we see, like so many of these different pitfalls and tactics of the enemy that people allow themselves to be willing vessels, to get into the spirit of complaining and to lose faith and to lose focus.
Yeah.
Anything. It could be anything. It could be somebody telling them something like, oh, well, I wouldn't work with that person because of XYZ, or gossiping, or not budgeting properly, or losing faith, or not following instructions.
Man.
Like, there's so many different pitfalls like that you have to look out for.
Man, I tell people all the time now, when you meet me, I say, listen, if you want to work with me, if you're going to work with me, if you feel like you want to build with us, when you announce it, when you tell people, I hope you got a strong mind, because unfortunately they will talk. People will talk and throw slander around and gossip because they not working. My wife and I, we so busy working, we ain't got time to talk about nobody. We don't care what nobody doing. We working. But there's people that's not working, that's here at coffee shops, that's here having special gatherings just to sit down and gossip.
In group chat.
In group chats, just to gossip. So you got to understand, people not working, people are gossiping. So you can't.
That is so true.
Don't get caught up.
I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a great point too. That another pitfall is a lot of people will put so much time and energy into tearing us down or tearing down another person that they feel like has some influence or affluence within the community, that they don't spend T3's here, y'all. They don't spend that same time putting it into their own endeavors and their own business. If you spent even a fraction of the time into your own endeavors, into working on your own business, acquiring your own permits, budgeting your own self, working on your fitness, working on your health, because a lot of people come over here with different health conditions, different mental health conditions, anxiety, stress, lack of self-belief, lack of believing in themselves, self-esteem. People have all these different issues they're dealing with: molestation from their childhood trauma, daddy issues, mommy issues, spousal issues. There's so many issues people are dealing with that they need to tap in and do the inner work. And instead of them doing their own work and working on their own business and working on their own healing and their own endeavors, they're spending their time to go and destroy other people, go gossip other people, go slander other people, go try to just be a busybody in the community, gather up as many people as they can to do their nonsense. And it always ends up dissolving and turning into a disaster. And then they're on the YouTube making videos saying, oh, this is what happened to me in Africa. Oh, this person is not good. Oh, I got scammed. That's why I left. No, the reason why 9 times out of 10 that you see these people having to go back to the States, because they're not good people. They, instead of them spending their time wisely, they use it to tear down others. Do you think the Most High is going to bless somebody like that?
Nope, he ain't. That was in the history of man. Thank you for your young energy. I love it.
Yeah. I was just telling them about, instead of people working on like their mommy and daddy issues and their weight and their health, they're spending their time to
be messy. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate. So like it could be. Oh man, this. Man, I don't want to say it. Should I say it, Most High? Yeah, it's a lot of, like my wife just said. People are, unfortunately, you know, I don't have nothing against fat people. Some fat people are cool, but there's fat people that are miserable, and they want to push that misery onto my wife and I. Like some of them just want to, they're upset with, some people are literally upset with their lives. So they want to try and hinder us because they have certain complications within their lives. They see we're a happy family. They see we're a family over here building, working, actually trying to work on ourselves, work on our mommy and daddy issues, work on our marital stuff, work on our family stuff. People don't like that. So that builds envy, builds jealousy. And people who aren't at a higher level on themselves, whether they're overweight, whether they're not mentally where they want to be, whether they're not financially where they want to be, whether they're not, their confidence not where they want to be, they feel incompetent. So they want to try and tear down what we're working on. Just spend so much time focusing on what we're doing that they can't even build what they own. We've seen so many people, even now, at this very moment. To this day, right now, they have something that's looking terrible because they're so focused on us. Can't even focus on what they need to be focused on. And it just looks terrible because they looking in the wrong direction. Whole time, me and my wife, we like, well, we working. We just doing what we got to do. They down there like, hey, look at me. We just like, look at them. Doing what we got to do. So we know what's going on. We see what's going on. Every time the enemy come with some low-level mess, low-level foolishness, trying to bite or scratch our ankles, it's nothing but a test. Like, y'all don't understand. Y'all are you being used to be footstools for us now. Literally, if you come and say something crazy and I just look at you and I keep going, I just elevated. You just helped me get elevated in the spirit. You helped me to go where you supposedly trying to stop me from going. You want me to say something. You want me to act crazy. You want us to act crazy. But when we don't, when we ignore you, the Most High, like, ha, there go my child. Here goes some more of what you need to do to keep going. So it's stupid. Like, you really hurt yourself, but you really helping us at the same time. I know you're not gonna stop. I know you watching now, but we appreciate
it's crazy. You block somebody from the channel, they will make a whole new page and come back on your channel. Like, it's the obsession is crazy, bro.
Man.
Like, I never met a group of individuals that's so obsessed with somebody. Somebody told us that they made it their mission to harass us,
to stand in the gap,
to try to destroy and harass us. And none of this stuff, it doesn't matter. It don't matter to us, because at the end of the day, if God be for you, who can be against you? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the Most High on our side, you know. So, like, we're not worried about it, but it's just we have to speak about it so people know what's going on, like the real, you know. And it's like people are obsessed with people, like they follow their channel so closely just to try to see what they can do to try to undermine it or where they're going to be at. We had somebody print out our flyers for an event we was having. No, this is a real story. Somebody printed out our flyers. We was doing the investors roundtable. Somebody printed out our flyers and brought it to this is the same group of people, y'all, that we've been talking about this whole time. It's a group of people who have decided to be our ops, right? So these people went and printed out our investors roundtable thing and was passing it out to people, telling them, don't come to our channel. These people are scamming people on their channel. Do you know, by the time that they got done with that, the man who they was talking to came over to us and was like, I love you guys, by the way. Like, it's like all you're doing is, the more you keep bothering us, these people are just going to go to our channel and get inspired by the content and become a subscriber. So you're literally becoming our footstool. Literally. And that's happening to anybody. Anybody that you bother unjustly without cause, you have made yourself their footstool now. Yep. That's all you've done. So thank you. And you know, we still trying to get connected with the right people, and we are more discerning now. Like, we've been elevated in our discerning so that we can really know how to deal with people, how to smell people, how to see the spirit within people. So it's not I don't want people to think, I know a lot of people watch these videos and get discouraged and think like, oh man, they're not even gonna mess with me. No, we still mess with people. Right. But if you got a crazy spirit, no, I ain't dealing with you. Come correct or don't come at all. Like, don't come around me. I talk to people all the time. Yeah, we'll keep it honest. We'll keep it real. I'm gonna show love to everybody. I ain't got no hatred in my bone for nobody. If you made it over here, I genuinely want to see anybody that make it over here be successful. I don't want to see nobody fail and have to go back. I don't want to see nobody come over here gossiping and acting stupid. If I see your big age, right? Imagine at your big age. Imagine making it to the motherland. Imagine getting over here, escaping that, having a family, and you using your platform to gossip and slander. And then when you see us in public, you so much of a coward. You will see us in public and stand right beside us and drop your head and be on your phone. And then 2 days later, you on the line making a video. You a coward. Coward in front of your family. You should be ashamed of yourself. Your wife watch you be a coward, man. You gonna sit down and do that? Man stood. We was in the same area. The man dropped his head, didn't say a word, and did a video the next day. Boy, your daughter should be ashamed. You gonna bring shame to your whole family. Damn. But yeah, man, you gotta, if you over here think you gonna do this, you gotta do it right. You can't be over here with these wrong spirits, these negative spirits. You gotta be focused and do what the Most High is calling you to do. Connect with your brothers. Don't let that negative spirit stop you. Don't let that negative voice. The enemy is there. The enemy always is gonna come with something negative trying to stop what you're supposed to be doing. Don't allow that voice to take you off your path. You can't allow it. You can't, because it'll make you fumble your opportunity. It'll make you fumble what you're supposed to be doing. For those who don't know what fumble is a term when you play football. If you have the ball and you're running with it, think you're going somewhere, and you think you made it, you get to feeling yourself and the ball just come out. You think you made it to the motherland, you think you're doing it, you smelling yourself, you then start doing things out of character, out of order, and you feel like you done made it to a certain level, man, the Most High snatched the rug right from under you. We've seen it happen so many times. Just because you operate within the wrong spirit. And remain unrepentant. And I can humbly come on here and say and call people out, because I ain't did nothing wrong to nobody. Mm-mm.
I don't feel bad. If you came to me, if I did something to you, it was to retaliate to something that you did.
A response.
A response, yeah. I was responding to what you did. I was responding to what you tried to come and do to me and my family.
Right.
I'm protecting myself now at this point. So yeah, I'm standing strong to protect myself. Yeah, I'm calling you out. Yeah, I'm shining a light on you. Yeah.
And y'all know we not these type of people. We came on the platform speaking positivity. Everybody who's been called, come back to Africa, let's build together. Like, these are some tips. Like, that was always our mission. It still is, to build, to pave the way, to show people what's possible in Africa, to show people how to build generational wealth, to live as we climb. We're doing it so we can show y'all how to do it as well. That's always been our mission. So now that these people are bothering us, we have to respond and expose them on the platform now, unfortunately. Man. Now you guys are a part of the story.
Now you're a part of the story. Now you're part of the story. Imagine making it to the motherland and being petty.
Imagine having somebody that's your child's age that you're bothering. These people are old enough to be our mothers and our grandparents, and they're bothering us. Somebody that's young, somebody that's their child or their grandchild's age. Imagine that.
Imagine that. How you feel?
Imagine me going to go harass an 11-year-old. Why? Like, what? That's being a bully.
Trying to be a bully. Man, if we could lay hands, the Most High.
People got all this money and you're using your resources to bother people.
Man. Yeah, man. The Most High is doing something amazing. And it's very shameful and sad how some people act, but we know the scripture repeats itself and there's nothing new under the sun. And we understand now why why in the first Exodus some people wandered for a long time.
40 years to be exact.
Because we seen it. Like I'm watching, I'm talking to people, I'm like, man, listen to me. And I'm watching it go like right over their head. I'm saying, like, I had to ask somebody, I'm on the phone, like, hey, listen, repeat after me. I said, hold on, I'm not even trying to be funny. Repeat after me when I'm saying this, because I was saying the same thing like different ways,
like 15 times.
And he was like not hearing me. I'm like, sir, please listen to me. Like, repeat after me real quick. He's like, I ain't gonna repeat after you. I said, I ain't even trying to be funny, sir. You're not even listening to me right now, bro. I'm trying to help so we can have a conversation. But it's like, nah, bro. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, these are people that, don't come to meetings, don't read paperwork, and then they be confused and lost when they get over asking 10,000 questions. It's like, what? We already went over this. Why didn't you take notes when you had your consultation? That's number one. Number two, why didn't you read through all the paperwork and everything we sent you? Why didn't you come to the meetings? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you get over here and you're lost and confused as to what's going on.
And it's my fault.
You didn't do the work. Like I said, we can lead a horse to the water, but we can't make them drink. I can't do the work for you. I can't get into your eyes and make you read paperwork.
And won't.
I can't get into your hands and make you write notes. Like, I can't get into your hands and make you Google information that you need to know. So it's just
so
crazy.
Much we can do, man.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
But it's a blessing to be in this position because we still learning so much. And I'm always grateful to think about the wisdom that I'll be able to pass down to my children. Like, man, they're gonna be standing on some shoulders when they get ready and step into this world. Because what we're learning and what we're gonna be able to pass down, they're gonna be some head crushers. It's all worth it. It's all part of the journey. It's all a part of the process. And Marcus Garvey said something that I read and it stuck with me, man, and it's really keeping me on this journey and keeping me focused. Basically, he said there was a group of Europeans who literally came together and dedicated their lives to making sure that our people were in the state that they're in. So it's going to be some of us that literally have to dedicate our lives to go through this, to show and keep shining the light and do things to help our people get out of the mental state that we unfortunately in right now. So yes, it's annoying. Yes, I don't like continuing to deal with this low level stuff, but it's unfortunately what's been done to us over this long period of time. So when we see it, we still have to do some work to sort of shine light and sort of try to shake our people out of it.
Yeah.
Because by us talking about it, someone is getting convicted right now. Mm-hmm. It might not be the person. Hopefully it's the person who's doing this. Hopefully they change. But it may be someone who's younger. It may be someone who's not even in this situation yet, but they know they have these characteristics. So by us shining the light, by us talking about it, it's going to raise their vibration. The seed's going to be planted, and they're going to be like, okay, you know what? Dang, I done heard Titi and me say this. I can't be acting like this. So, it's just a part of it. Unfortunately, we just got to keep real and call out the mess that we have to deal with and encounter.
Yeah.
And we ain't going to stop.
And you guys should call them out too, because I know y'all be on their platforms and seeing the nonsense and stuff they be doing. Start calling these people out, because the only reason why evil is left to flourish within our community is because people aren't saying anything. Not enough people are saying something.
Yeah.
It has to
Not
be a
the right people.
Okay. Whether you're consider yourself a child of the Most High, or you're just a member of the Black community in general. Like, we should not want this type of behavior within our community. We shouldn't want our children growing up listening to this type of nonsense and being around these type of individuals.
Yeah.
So we all have to collectively start calling out this behavior. We all have to collectively stop engaging or listening, because if you're listening to this stuff and you're not like checking that person afterwards, or saying like, nah, like, or changing the subject, then you're just as guilty as the person who's doing it.
Yeah, exactly. We got to hold each other accountable, man.
We have to hold each other accountable.
Especially if we know better.
Unity is the only way forward. Like, the only way we're going to survive what's to come. Y'all see everything that's going on in the world. Like, we got to lock arms with each other. Brothers and sisters all around the world. Diasporans unite. Period.
That's it. And, don't think we just on here talking. I have to have hard conversations all the time. I have to overcome a lot of the limiting beliefs and things that I say and do within myself too. Like, it's not just the Most High. He done made us go through it within ourselves to be able to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's not just something we pulling out of the air and just like, man, just talking to try and just sound deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, this comes from real experience. We've done some real work. I've had to have some tough conversations with this woman to get to this level of wisdom. I've had to have some tough conversations with myself to get to this level of wisdom. Like, it wasn't just, oh man, he handed it to us because we were. No, it's not handed. You have to work.
Inner work, true work.
You have to go into that dark room and have them conversations with yourself, have them conversations with the Most High, have them conversations with your spouse, and then you will continue to elevate. Then you'll keep moving up. But if you don't, then you're just going to be stuck in the same circle. You're not going to be able to elevate your family. You're not going to be able to go where you're trying to go because you're not having the hard conversation, doing the hard work.
Yeah. If you feel the need to gossip about yourself, because I guarantee you can sit there and name 10 things about yourself that you need to change. Maybe you need to change your weight. Maybe you need to change your eating habits. Maybe you need to change your fitness levels. Maybe you need to change getting up on time, being places on time. Maybe you need to change self-care, right? The way you talk to people. Do you have a potty mouth? And I'm not saying we all slipped up, said a curse word. You repent, right? But like, what are the deep inner things that you need to work on for yourself? Do you have a hard heart? Are you holding bitterness against somebody? Do you need to forgive someone in your family? If somebody wronged you or you're holding on to it, like, there's so many things we have to work on in ourselves. Like, I really don't see how people have the time to go and nitpick what somebody else is doing. Like, how? That lets me know that you're not working on yourself, and I can see you. Your outer is a manifestation of your inner.
Yep. And I've noticed now, like, when people come with their negativity, their negative spirit, their negative angles, they're literally being used to try and pull us off of our path. Literally. Like, anytime somebody is trying to talk or trying to, pull you down, you're on to something great. So you literally can't even allow anything they say to get to you. That's one thing I've learned on this journey. I would be so consumed and concerned with somebody had to say. Until recently, I just realized, like, bro, this is a tactic. Like, I'm sitting here mad, and I'm thinking about this for I don't know how long. And now I can't create videos. Now I can't think clearly. Now I'm frustrated at home. All because somebody that has no relevance, that shouldn't even have that much power, got so much power that I've allowed. So I went through that to learn and to let y'all know. For one, I'm not going through that again. And for two, like, you can't you gotta focus. You gotta be able to cut them negative spirits out. When you see it, let them go.
Yep.
When you smell it, let them go. Like we are not obligated to put up with foolishness.
Mm-mm.
I know we love our people and we think we're supposed to help our people. One of my mentors taught me, he said, you know, maybe we are supposed to help people, but some people not at our level. Like there was one brother that he definitely needed some help. And I definitely, I know I'm supposed to help people, but I wasn't the one to help this brother. And I ended up like overstepping my anointing and going into somewhere the Most High didn't want me to go, trying to help somebody I wasn't even called to help. I wasn't even in that person's life to supposed to help them. I took that upon myself, and I ended up hurting myself because I was trying to do too much. I was trying to go into somewhere I wasn't even ready for yet. I wasn't even supposed to go in that direction. So you got to trust where he tell you to go, and don't overstep and think you know what you're supposed to be doing. Trust his process, trust his journey, and trust his small, still voice so that you can be able to do this thing successfully and move your family to a higher level. That's the ultimate goal at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
And at the end of the day, all this is a testimony as to, man, like if you keep, man, listen, this is like at the end of the day, it's a beautiful testimony, because at the end of the day, if you stay true to your purpose and stay true to your calling,
Man.
I don't care if it's 1,000 people. I don't care if the whole world comes against you. When I tell you the Most High will cover you in his wings and protect you, and that very same garbage and trash that the people threw at you, he will use it to make a mountain, to put you on top of the mountain so that you can speak to the nations and you will elevate. Man, let me tell you about my father. Like, he's gonna protect you. Like, he is gonna elevate you. He is gonna honor you. He is gonna give you the desires of your heart. He's gonna give you wealth, health, everything. He's gonna put you in rooms with kings, great men, everything. Like, do not let these people get you off your mission.
Yeah, you can't.
Do not let them get you. That's the tactic. Yeah. Steal, kill, and destroy. He's gonna steal your faith. He's gonna steal your joy. He's gonna steal your happiness. He's gonna steal your money. He's gonna steal your vision if you let him. Mm-hmm. And he's gonna use different people to do that. The devil's not gonna come and appear to you with wings and horns. Mm-hmm. 9 times out of 10, he's gonna come to you as an old lady. Somebody look like your brother. Somebody look like your cousin. Somebody look like your uncle. Somebody look like your daughter, your son, your spouse. He's gonna come to you in a familiar vessel so that you can let your guards down. Do not let your guards down. You will know them by their fruits.
Yep. Somebody said, how did you overcome the feeling of loneliness when you separated yourself from the world to be on the true path? The feeling of loneliness is real. Many of us started this journey and separated ourselves on this path because we want to do better for our families. We know and we have the reference point of what did not work. Like, we do have the reference point of what did not work. Like, we see our families are torn apart. We see what happened from trusting that way. We see the outcome of us going down that path. So the loneliness is worth it. The loneliness is a part of the purging phase. That's a part of your wilderness. That's a part of you ridding yourself of the negativity, of the negative mindset, of the negative way of doing things. When I moved,
sin too.
The sin, yes, exactly. When I originally started my journey and I went into my loneliness phase, I was intentionally listening to music that was elevating my spirit, because where I came from in America, it was like a negative spirit in Memphis. It was like a negative spirit of 3-6 Mafia was, if you know what 3-6 Mafia stands for, the music that they represent, the music that they portray, what they were showing and putting out in the 90s, I grew up in that environment. So that's what was in my spirit. So when I went into my loneliness stage, I was listening to nothing but worship music, listening to reggae music, listening to those type of songs, listening to scripture, listening to Pastor Darby, listening to Pastor Omar, listening to different things that was elevating my spirit, changing my mind, renewing my mind. It's in those loneliness stages. Is that when we are supposed to be doing the most work? That's when we're supposed to be doing the inner work. That's when we're supposed to be looking within and listening to those words where we're trying to figure out what's going on. trying to figure out why we can't elevate, trying to figure out why we procrastinate. You got to use that time to elevate. So in order to get through that loneliness, you got to know it's a part of the journey. If you want to go to where you're trying to go, you got to go through the wilderness and go be lonely for a season.
Yeah. Isolation is necessary for elevation. Like you're not going to elevate until you isolate yourself. Because God got to get you alone. He got to purge you. He got to get all that junk, all that mess up out of you, all them false doctrines, all them people-pleasing ways. He's going to give you the spirit of boldness. He's going to give you the spirit of courage. He's going to give you the spirit of peace. He's going to give you the spirit of unshakableness. I don't care what happened. I don't care if an earthquake come tomorrow. I'm still standing on my square. He's going to put all that. He's going to take that spirit of the devil out of you and put his spirit in you, so that you're going to be equipped. When you get done out your isolation season, you're going to be equipped to go forth and carry out the mission and the purpose that the Most High has for you. So you have to go embrace it. When you get your isolation season, say, all praises to the Most High, y'all, I'm about to be elevated.
Man.
That's your sign.
Yep.
That is your sign. When you become isolated, when people turn against you, when all manner of evil and they gossip about you, you sliding down the wall crying, you distraught, that's where the Most High wants you to be. He wants you to just surrender.
Yep.
When he gets you to the point where you surrender to him, oh yeah, now he like, now I can use you. Because now you empty, so I can fill you up with me. So embrace it.
Embrace it. It's a part of it. The loneliness is good. It's okay. It's good for me. It's good for you.
It was good that I was afflicted.
Man. And it teach you. It's gonna teach you a lot. So yeah. Back to Africa.
Yeah.
And the loneliness in Africa.
I think we had one more point.
One more point.
Okay. So I think the last point we wanted to get to is well, I didn't know easy way to say it. The last point we want to get to is another rebuke. And we're not gonna say these people's names this time. We're just gonna just put it out there. So there was a group of individuals within an organization who need to repent, right? So can I tell the story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so it's like a two-part to the story. So the first part is, so there was a group of, I want to say maybe anywhere from 1 to 3 people, right, in this group within the organization, and they came to us with the premise that they wanted to come and build with us, per usual. Like, we want to come build. We see the work y'all doing. Like, we want to come build with y'all. So he said, okay. So there was a meeting that they were having, a Zoom meeting that they were having. They're like, join the Zoom meeting. Let's see how we can all work together. Let's see how we can push forward the kingdom. Let's see how we can help you guys with building the eco village and getting some money over to you guys, getting some equipment, whatever. Okay. So we're like, okay, cool. So on the call, we had the opportunity to speak. And one of the things we spoke about was something that we thought would be a great opportunity because what was it? Like in 2020, we had received Dr. Erikana Chihimborikwa. I hope I'm saying her name right because I always be butchering her name. But Dr. Erikana Chihimborikwa, she had done a Zoom meeting in, I think, like 2021, where she invited like all of the media influencers in Africa. Like, she called us the new Black media in Africa, who were like, like producing content for the continent that was uplifting and inspiring people. And she was like, she wanted to work with us, and she wanted us to basically like have her on our platform so she could begin to like disseminate the information about what Africa is doing, how people can get involved in initiatives in Africa, the African Union, what they're doing, like all this different stuff. So we like, okay, cool. So we reached out to her team after the call because they wanted us to reach out to them to book an interview with her. And when we found out the price, we was like, oh man, like, we're not going to be able to do that.
Not in this season.
We're not going to be able to do that right now, because the price was up there for us at the time. So we like, all right, we want to put a pin in it because this is something we want to do. So we had reached back out to the lady, to her team. We was like, we're going to reach out to you in the future. Like, we're going to try to get the funds together so that we can invite you, because we knew that having her on the platform would be great because y'all already know who this lady is. Like, she's a powerhouse and she has so many great ideas, and it's just good to be connected and to tap into like that 6th region sort of thing of the African diaspora. So we were on a Zoom call and we wound up mentioning it, which I shouldn't have mentioned it now that I think about it in hindsight, but we mentioned it. We was like, look, like, we have a great idea of what we need to do. Like we need to book this lady to come on our platform so we can interview her and like see how she can help with the diaspora with getting over here, getting over to Africa, getting passports and all these other different things that people need. Right. So once we said that and scoffing like, oh, well, you know what I say? I say no. I'm not gonna pay them that amount of money. So we like what? Like literally like having a great laugh at what we were saying and like shooting down the idea. So we was like, all right, whatever. Like we kept it moving. Then I want to say, how many months later was it? I don't even know. Maybe like less than a year. Few months, some months later, we see these same individuals now have gathered up the money that they told us that they wasn't gonna get and paid this lady to come to a seminar that they were having, and then we were invited. Tell them about you was invited to speak at the seminar on the call.
Yeah, on the call. I was on the call with the group, one of the representatives from the group, and they presented it in a way to where they wanted us to come on and possibly talk about what we are doing and how we can help some of the people. Basically, like sort of come on there and talk about what we've been doing and shine light on the work that's been going on. And I kind of was like taken back on during the conversation. I'm like, hold on, you came to us based off the work that we were doing. Like we met because of what we were doing. So I don't understand like what's going on. But yeah, that's fine. We come if that's what's going on. So we definitely down. So just
it was
send my
like
wife the details.
Yeah, an investment seminar. So we were initially asked to be speakers at the event with Dr. Erikana Chihambori Kwao. We were asked to be speakers. So we were like, okay, cool. Like, so this the information. And then once I got the email, it was saying something different. Like, we want you guys to be vendors, like pay for a vending spot. And so I was a little bit confused because he had told me that we were being asked to speak at the event as for like investment opportunities and everything. So I like emailed back like just to clarify. I'm like, just to clarify, like, are we being asked to speak or are we being asked to pay for a spot to be a vendor? She's like, the person's like, no, you're being asked to be a vendor. And this is not nothing against the person. They're just doing their job, right? So I was like, I politely declined. I was like, no, because I'm just like, like this is weird. So at this same seminar, our lawyer who works very closely with us on our projects here, who we tell everybody about a lawyer, like even on the Zoom call with these 1 to 3 individuals, we had told them about the lawyer, like, look, like she's great. Like if y'all need somebody to help y'all with y'all businesses, like hit her up. Like, like she's like helped us like with like pretty much everything. Like we sent everybody to her. Like she's like the only really person I trust as far as law goes here. So they asked our lawyer, once they told us they didn't want us to speak, they asked our lawyer to come on there and speak about the projects that's going on in Bagamoyo. So I'm like, why would you ask our lawyer to speak at an event that we were initially asked to speak at with the person that we told y'all we wanted to bring on the platform that y'all told us no, y'all wasn't gonna help us with initially. But now y'all have our lawyer on there. Y'all want her to speak about our projects instead of asking us directly, like, what are y'all's projects? Because you didn't want us to be on there to bring attention to ourselves. Like, that's the truth of the matter, right? Y'all didn't want us to be on there with Dr. Erikana because we had already said we wanted to speak with her. So it's just weird. It's just weird shenanigans, petty shenanigans going on. Like, it's just a whole bunch of high school nonsense, like little underhanded stuff here and there going on. Like, you're going to ask our lawyer to speak. The only people who's doing projects in Bagamoyo is us. So you asked our lawyer to speak about our project. She told them no. She told them what they was doing was wrong and that they shouldn't do that. If they wanted us to speak, if they wanted people to know about the projects, then they should have asked us directly.
Exactly.
So I'm done protecting people. I'm done with the shenanigans. I don't care who's popular, who likes who's friends with who. I'm sure y'all could probably figure out who it is. I don't care about none of that because at the end of the day, we work hard. We put our blood, sweat, and tears into this, into our calling, into our mission, and we share with everybody. And I don't like little underhanded, petty stuff like this. That's childish. That shows me the spirit you operate in behind.
And we've unfortunately, we've seen people, they've tried to at some point attach themselves to what we're doing, and they've collected a lot. They've collected a lot, and You know, we still haven't gotten a hammer.
No equipment, no nothing, but thousands of dollars are being spent on trips around the continent and this person and that person and doing this event and sending supplies here and there. And the original reason why we even brought into this was based off that premise, which still has not been fulfilled.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So y'all gotta start holding these people accountable, bro. Like, I don't care. I'll do it. We'll do it. We'll keep doing it. You know, we'll keep doing what we have to do and keep shining light on the foolishness and the pettiness and the people that's supposed to be helping. They're supposed to have the gray hair, supposed to be the elders, but they acting like, unfortunately, children acting petty and high schoolish. I don't dwell within that realm. I don't act like that. I can't hold my tongue when somebody come around me acting like that. So I'm gonna call you out. I don't like how I feel when somebody come around acting like that. So you can't come around me with that type of spirit. I've even told these people, they tried to come and meet me in person. I told them face to face, like, man, the name of your organization has a bad taste in my mouth. Because of what's been going on, because of the way that you guys been acting, literally, you have a bad taste in my mouth. He told me, I'm going to assure that we fix that. We're going to talk. We're going to get to the bottom. We're going to fix it. Still, the taste is, it's unfortunate.
And then more and more stuff is being done. More and more shady stuff.
Yeah, bro, we can't keep allowing people to act like this. We can't keep allowing people to act like because they can quote some scripture that they supposed to be better than everybody. Man, what's your fruit looking like? What's your fruit looking like? All these people trying to leave, but they ain't even got no good family in place. Where they wives at? Why they wives ain't talking beside them? Why they ain't sitting up here building with a family unit? Think about that. Think about what these people doing. I don't know what's going on, but look at the fruit. Look at what's supposed. Look at the structure that the Most High put in place for what the blueprint's supposed to be. And don't get too caught up in the spirit of, oh man, this is familiar. I think these people know their business and ain't got no fruit to show that they handling business. They talking the talk, but are they walking the walk? Because I seen a lot of old men in the hood back in Memphis that got some good advice, but ain't did nothing yet. And now everybody got a platform. Now everybody can turn their cameras on. Now everybody can so-called be so woke and so-called spit their scripture at people because they think they know something. But the fruit always tell. And if you too scared to stand up and speak the truth, even if something happened, even if it didn't go the way you planned, anytime that something happened on our platform, we stand up and say what happened. We keep it real and let people know, name names, and ain't scared to do it. Names still ain't been named. People have been taken advantage of from people because people are scared to stand up.
And to this day, they still didn't even, I don't think so. I don't even think they exposed the person that was supposed to be exposed for real. That was another thing that rubbed us the wrong way.
Don't come to me playing, bro. Like, Teo, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, brother.
Shout out to you, Teo.
You're the only one I know, brother. Shout out to you, man. Much
Minister
love,
Teo,
respect.
Minister Yakoba, that's about it.
That's all, bro. I don't know what y'all people on, and I don't want to deal with it. Don't hit me up with that mess. Don't hit my phone up on no pettiness. I don't know what y'all on, and I don't deal in that type of stuff.
Yeah, we don't get down like that, bro.
Please.
Somebody come to us with an idea, we're not gonna steal it. If we want somebody to speak at our event about investments, we're not gonna go and try to get somebody else to try to speak at it. So we don't utilize you guys, like, so we can feel like we're doing something better than you. Like, and that was what was told to us, you know, by different individuals, was that some people were trying to come to try to overtake what we're doing. You know, you're not going to overtake anything. You're going to overtake yourself into destruction.
Yep. So, hey, stay in your lane. Don't bother me. Don't bother us. I don't need to talk to you. If you're doing something somewhere else, do what you think you're doing. Don't bother us. Don't mention us. Don't come to us. Don't email us. Leave us alone. Just do what y'all gonna do. I don't even want a hammer now. Don't send a hammer. Just do what y'all gonna do. Figure out what y'all gonna do and leave us alone. Because we got work to do. I don't got time to be pulled to craziness. Like, y'all pulled us away from our work, pulled us away from our day to get us on the phone to play with us. Never again. Never again. So yeah, we learned so much on this journey, and we're gonna continue to shine light on this mess that we gotta deal with. It won't last for much longer though, because we know how to move now. We know how to protect ourselves. We put certain barriers in place to make sure that this doesn't continue to happen. Like we've even had, man, last one. This is the last one. We are always, I don't know if all y'all remember, a lot of y'all remember, but some of y'all may be new here, but when we first moved here, we did a pop-up shop. We were doing a pop-up shop to where we were inviting all of the local, not the local, well, locals was involved as well, but the business owners that's within the diaspora community, we were like, you know what? Let's put an event together. We got a platform, and we literally like let's put an event together because we did farmers market, so we know the value of bringing businesses together and putting them in one place. So we like, let's do this pop-up shop with all the business. Man, we went out, started talking to the different business owners, promoting it to them, let them know what's going on. I told this one brother who had a taco shop on the beach. I'm like, man, we were talking, having good conversations, man. I'm like, bro, this is great tacos, man. Let's go ahead and let's make something happen. Come to this pop-up shop that we have in here. He didn't come to the pop-up shop, but he sent his wife. And I didn't think nothing of it at the time. His wife came and spoke, told me who she was, and I was like, okay, that's cool. This woman, I didn't know at the time, but she went to each vendor and asked them how was the process and how did they feel about the pop-up shop and what the
could
direction.
be done better, like
yeah,
just getting intel.
All those questions she asked. I had never seen this lady, and I didn't see him. I'm gonna say that again. So I didn't think nothing of it. I ended up, the pop-up shop was over, and I went to his taco shop. I went to the beach. It was on the beach. So I went to the beach, and I just so happened that I'm with some people. I'm like, man, let's go to my brother's taco shop over here when we finish where we at, and we can go over and holler at him for a second. He wasn't there at the time. He ended up coming, and he came, and he was acting weird. He was like, he saw me, he looked off real quick and didn't want to speak. And I'm like, oh man, that was weird. Maybe he busy. I'm gonna let him do his thing. So I went over there to the taco shop and I tried to talk to him, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come holler at you in a second, man. He was real short and went off. And so I had a group of people with me, and they wanted to meet the owner, and he had to come out. And when he came out, he was acting very like weird. He was acting real like guilty, and he was acting like smoochy. Like I was at the time like, bro, why you acting like this? This is weird. Like I ain't understand why. Man, 2 days later, no, 2 days, 2 or 3 days later, I see flyers around saying that there's a pop-up shop. He's hosting it. Him and his wife put it on, and they got it at a separate location. Same vendors at a separate location. I'm like, what? They tried to change the concept, like we wasn't gonna know, but they tried to literally change the concept and put on their own pop-up shop. And I'm like, bruh.
And told her she was gonna be like a regular at our pop-up shop, but stopped. Like she only came to get intel that one time.
Yeah,
and
she partnered with somebody.
Yeah, never came back after that.
Yeah. So yeah, we've seen this happen so many times, so we know what people on. So I don't care about calling y'all out. Y'all don't care about trying to steal from us.
Right.
Y'all don't care about trying to mess up my family. So I don't care about calling you out. The nerve of people. That's right. The nerve of people. Like it's unfortunate that y'all let that spirit overtake y'all and y'all just went down that path. But it is what it is, man. And I will never allow a snake to bite me twice. Never. You might bite me once. You might get me. You might bite me, but I'm gonna suck that venom out and I'm gonna spit it out and I'm gonna look you in your head and stump you in your head. You won't bite me twice. So this walk that we on, the Most High didn't put us in this position because we are soft, because we are gullible and naive. We've been through some trial and error. We've learned. We've fought. We've warred. We've warred for this, and we're gonna continue to war for it.
Right.
We're going to continue to war. So, man, stay in your place, stay in your lane. Don't come over here with no negativity. Don't come over here with no jealousy, no
covetousness.
Yeah.
If you feel like somebody has a good idea, partner with them.
Show love.
Don't try to like push it down, brush it off like, that's a bad idea, and then you go and do it.
Man.
Like, what is that?
We ain't got to move like that. We ain't got to be fake. And if you don't mess with nobody or agree with them, don't go in their life trying to pretend like you do.
Just to try to steal the sauce.
Yeah. Everybody ain't got to be for everybody. Don't come around pretending like it. Like everybody not gonna like me or us. Everybody not gonna like our style. Everybody
okay
not gonna like that, and I'm fine with that. Just don't come to me pretending like you do, because I'm gonna keep it real with you. If I see you acting foolish, I'm like, nah, bro, I don't think that's a good idea. Why you doing that? Like, I'm gonna hold you accountable to that. So don't come around me acting. Don't come around me claim you want to be my brother if I can't hold you accountable. Because I would expect the same from you. I
You
would
gonna
please,
hold me accountable,
man. They gonna hold. Well, if we do anything, they coming with the flashlights, coming, but can't hold the same people that's within your age group accountable. That's crazy. But it's all good though. We still gonna do what we gotta do. We're gonna keep pushing. Shout out to Teo Ministries and the Dry Bones, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. We appreciate you for being, man, doing the work that you're doing and continuing to be a good steward of the platform that you've been blessed with, man. Continue to do your work. Continue to help and show people what's going on in Africa. And just thank you for what you've been doing so far, brother. For real, brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Man, it's grateful. It's good that we was afflicted.
Yeah.
You know, like we said, man, you gotta be ready for this type of thing. And we want everybody to come over here and be successful. We want everybody to come over here and do something for their family and put themselves in a good position. And you can't come over here acting like a petty child if you want to do it. You can't come over here being a petty individual if you want to be successful. You can't come over here with that spirit. It's just not gonna work. You probably made some money in America. You probably was in a management position at one of your jobs. You probably was someone that was well known within the community, and you was able to stay under the rug because that environment allows that. That environment allows you to be shady. That environment allows you to be a backbiter. That environment allows you to be a backstabber.
It rewards you.
Rewards you literally. Literally, it rewards you for being messy and petty and doing all that mess. Think about how many managers in America had to throw some of their people under the bus. I used to hear about, I'm grateful that I didn't have to go into those environments, but the HR people, some of our people that was in HR was the worst. That's what I heard. Is that true?
Tammy's cool.
Some of them are cool. Some of them are cool. But I'm saying though, if you have that wrong spirit, it's easy for some of our people because we've been done so wrong. When we get into a position of power, we tend to overdo it. We tend to take advantage and abuse the power that we think we have, and we tend to forget that it's allowed. This understanding that we have, this way of reading the scripture, this way of interpreting, this way of understanding, this is a gift. And it comes with a certain set of principles that we have to follow, and a certain way that we have to be to continue to get more of it. If you begin to get self-righteous, if you begin to think that it's something that you did, or it's something that, it's something that was supposed to be given to you, that's when you lose the power. So you got to stay in that state. You got to stay there if you want to keep pushing, man. So, man, it is what it is, bro. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful that we're still able to learn. We're still pushing through. We haven't given up. We're not going to give up. And we want to continue to inspire our people to shine light on negativity within yourself and within those around you. So we got to hold each other accountable to get to where we're trying to go. Straight up.
Yep.
Straight up.
Protect your peace, protect your blessings, protect what I told you to do, protect the calling, the purpose, and the vision he gave to you. Don't get tied up in the wrong organizations with the wrong individuals because they look good, or because you see this person's doing this and this person's doing that, or this person said this. Like, test them by their fruits first and foremost. Well, first of all, you need to pray to the Most High first and foremost. What should I be doing? Who should I be supporting? Who should I be linking up with? Because at the end of the day, we all got to link up with each other. Mm-hmm. Me, I'm not linking up with nobody or no organizations that have snake tendencies. Yeah. That's just me. I can't speak for anybody else, but once I start seeing and hearing, I can't even say hearing because people be gossiping, but once I start experiencing for myself the actions of others and the moves of others, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. We ain't all gotta like each other.
I'm good. You're right. We all gotta like each other, and we not gonna like each other, especially if you
Man,
acting like a way that's contrary to what the scriptures say. You know, so
it's cool to pretend.
stop. Do right. Y'all know what right is. Y'all know what wrong is. We all have a moral compass. We know what right is and we know what wrong is. Stop doing things in dark, because let me tell you something. The Most High is exposing everything. Everything that's being said and done is being brought back to the person that you're doing it to, whether it's through dreams,
Always.
visions, people telling
Man,
it,
bro.
messages, voicemails. You don't know what information people have on you. So stop doing the things you're doing, because you're going to get exposed. This year, 2024. The judgment and the wrath of the Most High is here upon us. The wheats and the tares, separation is here upon us.
Man.
Stop supporting these people and individuals who are doing it. Stop watching the content. Stop engaging in nonsense, because the Most High is watching. He's seeing everything you're doing, everything comment you leaving, every call you're having, everything you think you're doing is secret. The angels is recording everything.
Man.
You're gonna have to answer for it.
Yep. Yep.
So
Don't get caught out here idolizing people. Don't even idolize us.
don't even idolize us.
Go to the Most High. Go to the Most High.
Yep.
Let it be known. T3 and me said, go to the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Don't follow us. Follow the Most High. If he leads you to Africa, follow him and ask him where he wants you to go, who he wants you to talk to, who he wants you to build with.
And the last thing I want to say is, a lot of these people and these different groups and things that have sprang up, a lot of these individuals and groups are just clout chasing. They're just literally like they're just trying to interview as many people as possible, just run around and do a whole bunch of nothing. Go jump here and jump there. They're not doing nothing for real. Like, where's the work? Like, what's the tangible work that's being done? Where are the assets that's being acquired? Like, you just jumping to do interviews and meaningless things, like meetings and interviews, and I went and saw this person. Okay, but what is that person doing for the community? Like, what have you put in place for the community that's going to benefit us? Like, what are you doing that's meaningful? Not trying to replicate what somebody else is doing. What are you doing? Your own originality, your own creativity of what the Most High is doing. And he may have you do something and remix it, but he's not going to give you somebody else's vision. He's not going to tell you to go and try to attach yourself to somebody to try to snake them. He's not going to tell you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he did give you a calling to go over here, go to Africa and do X, Y, Z, he's not going to have you try to go snake somebody to get it done. He's not going to tell you to do that. He's going to tell you to do it properly. He's going to tell you to put in your blood, sweat, and tears, and your sweat and your equity. Don't use nobody else's name to make yourself a name for yourself. Don't try to use nobody else's people to try to make a name for yourself. Don't do none of that. If you're not going to include the original person in it, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Because I'm telling you, you're going to wind up hurting yourself in the end. Because all that, whether you want to call it karma, you reap what you sow, whatever you want to call it, all of that is going to come for you. When you least expect it, when you think you've reached a height or you think you've accomplished something, he's going to snatch it right from up, right from out of you, under you.
Y'all know the scripture. Y'all know the scripture. Every the people you supposed to be building with got things that's put in place on the ground. The infrastructure is already put in place.
Yeah. So many of these different little pop-up organizations, we've seen them come and go. Yeah. They may like survive for like a year or a year and a half, and then they're gone.
Sometimes they implode on each other.
Yeah, or not even. Most of them don't even get to a year. We've seen so many different of these organizations who try to come up against us, like, and it's not that we're saying like, oh, nobody can do this. We're saying the way in which people are doing it. Don't come and try to say you're going to work with somebody only to just try to get ideas or steal ideas just to go try to do it on your own and then try to backbite or underhand or slander somebody. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. I just want to reiterate that because so many of our people have done that, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately. And what's crazy is the game is free. Like, it's bad. You
ain't even got to do that.
You ain't got to do that, man. Just show love. That's it. Just come in and just show love. We all got to learn at some point. Like, we all got to learn. But there's people in place that's learning with the right spirit, with the right mindset. And we're grateful to be able to help. And we're grateful to still be able to do what we're doing. Thankfully, we are in a position to where we can help people. And our experiences can help people not get connected to the wrong people, and we could teach people how to do this on their own platform. Like I give so many people knowledge on how to create their own YouTube channel, create their own platform. Like I want to see people take advantage of this. I don't mind. I will give if you genuinely come and ask me, like, bro, can you give me this? Like, man, but yes, I can regurgitate this all day. I don't mind, but it's just some people don't know how to act. Some people won't humble themselves and just sit down for a season and learn from somebody.
And why don't you honor that person? Like if you learn something from somebody or you got some good insight, why don't you say this brother said this or give somebody their credit? Like we always give people their credit. Like
Always will.
Always. Like I always give props to people. I always tell you who I learned from. And I'll tell you right now, this is who I learned from on how to move properly in Africa. For one, it was the Most High. That's first and foremost. But number two, there was content creators we watched. We watched the African Superstar Black. I watched a couple of Traveling Sisters videos. She did a lot of good content on like permits, residencies, like all this stuff is been done like 7 to 8 years ago. So I don't see how people are coming here and are lost. Like that's really beyond me. I watched her. I watched
Kinganda.
I watched him. Yep. I watched Search for Uhuru. And I think that was it. They gave me enough information. They all were business minded. They all had businesses. Those are the type of people that I wanted to learn from. And that's another thing. Learn from the people that you want to be like. Like if you know you want to start a business, if you know you're a family oriented person, go to somebody who has a business, who's a successful business, not just a business, because anybody can start a business. A successful business and is a family oriented type of person who's been successful. Don't go and learn from somebody who's poor, that's just like you're trying to learn how to be wealthy from somebody who's poor or who's in poverty. You're not going to learn nothing. You're going to learn how to be poor. Like that's with anything in life. You learn from the people who have already gone before you, who are doing what it is that you want to do. So like people are listening to all these different characters and people on YouTube, and their life is crap.
Yeah.
Like their relationships are in shambles. Like they're not the right people to be listening to. So just be careful. You cannot glean from every tree.
Yeah,
be careful of who you're listening to, who you're following, who you're taking advice from. So
anytime you hear something, pray about it. Pray about it and see if it's true. Even with us, pray about it. Ask the Most High to reveal to you what we're talking about.
I welcome you. Please pray about me because he's gonna tell you something. Please pray about us.
We welcome it. Karibu. Well, I was about to say something. It's on the tip of my tongue.
It'll come back to you.
Yeah. What was you talking about?
I was talking about the different people, the content creators I listen to, we listen to, and you can't learn how to be wealthy from somebody that's poor.
Yeah, I think it was something about the content creators. You said Kinganda,
Traveling Sister, Search for Uhuru, and we also watched Black Acres of the Gambia and Black Set. They're still here.
Yeah.
In Africa.
Pastor Darby.
So yeah, everybody we listen to is still on the continent. Still RJ. We listen to him. The people we listen to is the people who had long-term success. We didn't listen to fly-by-night people who were there for like 2 months, 6 months, and then they left.
Yeah. It wasn't
or people that was always complaining on the internet and something was always wrong. We didn't listen to those
we
people.
didn't get them no play. We didn't let them.
I listen to like who I need to listen to so I know the game on how to move in Africa.
Do this successfully.
Yeah.
Oh dang! What I was about to say. Dang. Yeah, this content, man. This content is Oh, that's what it is. Obedience. Now, one man's obedience could save millions of families. Like one man obedience can save a nation. And there's a lot of people who, if you were called to lead somebody to Africa, you would have did it a long time ago. If you were the one to be put in that position to be a so-called self-proclaimed leader, to show somebody Africa, you would have did it before you started watching particular content. So it's important that you give the honor and the due diligence, and the respect to those who taught you what you are now boldly doing.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of people who are, of age, and we've gotten emails and messages and in-person conversations about how they wish they would have had the guts to do what they did around the same time that my wife and I did what we did. Age, yeah, around the same age. I hate that I got to keep saying this. Like I don't have nothing against older people, but it's just
they have something against us.
Man,
not all of them.
Not all of them, but
yeah,
you're right.
Some of them, like it's like that age, like it's like it causes them to feel bad about themselves. Like, oh, like I didn't do this, like I messed up my life, or my family's not together, or like it causes like a sense of jealousy in some older people.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. It causes some of them to feel, I don't know, inadequate and insecure, and they feel like they supposed to. We supposed to just come and bow to them because they're older. And I'm sorry to say, but man, if you didn't do it before me, I'm not listening to you, because you don't know what you're talking about.
Right, you listening to us.
You was listening to me
us for 4 years.
You was listening to me for 4 years, and now you want to come over here and think I'm going to start listening to you on how to be successful over here.
Right, I told you that you needed to start a business. What are you talking about?
Like, I understand. I respect my elders. Mm-hmm. I respect those who are supposed to be, who are acting the way that an elder is supposed to act. Let me say that.
Yes.
I respect those and I honor those. And I'm grateful when I meet those people with the wisdom and the way of acting. But I've unfortunately met a lot of people that get their ego and they think like, okay, you know what? The Most High did tell me to do this 20 years ago. So let me just go and get into it now. Like, no, bro.
You disobedient.
It's too. Yeah. You was disobedient. That's right. You was disobedient. Now, come give me some wisdom. Come help me push this forward. Come help somebody young push something forward. Don't try to step into the spotlight and think that you the one that's supposed to be doing this now. Your time up, man. It's time to sit in the background and show people and tell somebody what they supposed to be doing. You missed it, unfortunately. And that's okay. You in a new season of life. Like you supposed to listen to that then. You didn't listen, and that's okay. But now redeem yourself and use your wisdom, what you learned, and impart it to someone the right way. Don't allow your heart to get hard and you think you can do something that you should have did a long time ago.
If that's even true.
If that, you're not telling yourself that.
Right.
Evo, what's up, bro? Karibu. But yo, trust the process and trust the journey. Everybody, unfortunately, I know, man, I love my older men and women, man. I love y'all, but some of y'all be tripping.
Man, y'all need to stop. Y'all got that bad.
Tripping, bro.
Y'all got that. The Most High is not a respecter of person. Y'all got that respecter of person spirit is real bad. Down bad.
And it's sickening, bro. It's a shame. Like y'all act worse than T3. I've met people that act worse than T3. And that's sad to say. They older than me. They much older than me. Old enough to be our parents. And it's just sad. And it's just the reality of the situation. I don't want y'all to keep wandering for 40 years.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see that happen. I'd be so happy to see older people come. And my wife had to get on me like, bro, you gotta stop, Tim. Your heart keep getting broken. You can show people love, but when you see the signs, stop letting them break your heart. I'm like, man, this the one. They here. We can help them.
You expect older people to have a certain level of wisdom in the behavior, and we're not getting that for a good portion. I'm not saying that it's nobody. It's some great elders. One on there, Bantu Lisa. She's a great example of an elder.
Yeah.
If all people could be like that, Tammy, she's a great example of an elder. Verdi, Teo, Yakoba, great example of elders.
But it's not many.
But it's not. It's few and far. You might as well just pack it up and go home. you already off to a bad start.
Yep.
And not your mission is to do the will of the Most High. Not your mission is to pave the way. Not your mission is to build houses. Not your mission is to bring construction. No, your mission is to come and to try to clout chase or overtake somebody. That's
be a mess.
Already
A recipe for
already
disaster.
a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. So man, you know, I feel lighter. It feels good to, you know, keep it real with y'all and let y'all know, like, man, we got love for our people and we got nothing but respect for our people, but I don't got respect for mess.
Yeah.
Or BS.
And I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna see. Y'all can hide it. Y'all can still be cool with these people. Y'all can sweep it under the rug if y'all want to, but I'm not gonna be a part of that.
Fake.
I'm not gonna be a part of fakeness. I'm not gonna be a part of gossip. I'm not gonna be part of covetousness. I'm not gonna be part of hate, jealousy, envy, slander, backbiting, shadiness, pettiness, childishness. I'm not gonna participate in none of it.
No. We've been blessed with a platform because we operate a certain way, and we're gonna stay that way.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna stay that way and stay in this lane and continue to mind our business. Just don't bother us.
Yeah, don't bother us, and we won't bother you.
Man.
That's it. If you bother us, we gonna bother you.
Now we're gonna defend ourselves.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna even bother you. We just gonna defend ourselves.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a play on words. I ain't gonna actually go and bother nobody because I got too much. We have too much stuff to do. Like, to be honest with you, but if you come bothering us, we gonna have to just expose it.
Turn around and bite
because the mission and the calling is too great for us to allow people who are allowing themselves to be used by devils to come and interfere and disrupt what's going on. It's people that's here that's building for the Most High that's been building for years, and y'all need to support these people.
Straight up.
It's communities being built all across the continent. It's communities being built in Ghana, Gambia, Tanzania, Rwanda, Uganda, South Africa, so many different places. People are already here and doing the work. Support them.
Yeah.
If y'all want to support us through CashApp, through PayPal. Y'all want to support the work of the ministry and the work we're doing here. We're building 2 communities, Diaspora Town and Zion Eco Village. We're helping people invest in Africa. We're helping people get land. We have a business if you want to join the business. There's so many different things that people are doing already. The builders are already here. They've been here. They're being attacked and persecuted as we speak.
For real.
Go on any of their pages, you'll see.
Nah, that's true though.
Lady Visionary Rwanda. I forgot about her. Shout out to you. I used to watch her all the time too. She's another great person. Oh, the other lady from Rwanda, Dr. Harnett.
Yeah.
Dr. Harnett. If y'all want to learn about business, tap into Dr. Harnett. She was a great asset. She has an Africa Investors Academy where she'll teach you how to do like pretty much like any business in Africa, like down to the minute detail. So tap into these people. If somebody wants to compile a list in the comment section of all the people we named, these are the people that we listen to, and they were able to guide us to get us to like the next step of where we needed to go.
Yeah. And I always give Kingana the credit because, man, I remember sitting at home. I was watching him walking through the hold on. Someone said even stupid people grow old. Sad but true. No, for real. That's true, brother. But yeah, I was watching Kinganda walking through Uganda with his he just had his headphones on and he was just walking with his phone, bro. And in that moment, it wasn't the best quality. It wasn't all beautiful, but I just knew he was in Africa and he had created a business. And I was like, I can do it. I can do it. I saw that brother. He was so happy, man. I give him a credit every time. I can't wait to be able to sit down and talk with him and let him know. But man, yeah, bro. Kinganda, he was really the one who really helped me to know that it was African Superstar Black.
Say that again.
Kinganda was the one that helped me.
It just rolled off your tongue. Huh? You didn't even have to be a hater and say that I figured this out on my own. Like, you see how easy that was? Like, it's not that hard to do that.
No, for real, it's not. But Kinganda, man, he showed me real love. I mean, he showed me real love because of what he was doing. So, and sometimes he be watching now too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he, man, because he did that, it helped me to see, what was possible and that we can come over here and do it too. And yeah, African Superstar Black, man.
Yeah, she was on it. She didn't play around.
It was them two that really helped me, and I'm like, okay, that sister from the UK. She was going ham.
Yeah, she from America, but she moved to the UK.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna give y'all the list again. These are the people we recommend you listen to, or you connect with, or invest with, or do business in Africa. We don't mention their names. We're not endorsing them. So, and Remind me if I forget anybody. We got King Gonda, Lady Visionary, Dr. Harnett, Black Sit, Black Acres of the Gambia, Search for Uhuru, Traveling Sister, Jules on the Run, Journey with Us. Who else?
Oh, what's his name?
Teo, of course, Teo Ministries.
Damn, my boy.
Did we mention anybody else that we forgot? African Superstar Black.
What's my boy name?
Um,
Traveling Tony.
I don't think I watched him.
Traveling
but yeah,
Tony,
Traveling
yeah.
Tony. There was another girl from Gambia, Ricky Denise. I used to watch her too. I think she still do content. But Alita, I didn't watch Alita Israel because I think she's was like came around the same time we did, but she's another good person to watch. There's another family in Ghana too, the Kings. I think what's the name of them? We was gonna try to do an interview with them. Keeping Up with the Kings, I think that's their name. We didn't watch them before we came, but they're another couple that's doing good work in Ghana. Oh, and the RJ Madi, and there was one other person who was in our chat, who was on our webinar that one time. What is her name? She's from Ghana. You remember her? She like an older lady. It'll come
from Ghana.
Yeah. There's one other lady, y'all. If I remember her name, I'll
When we did the webinar.
Yeah, we did a webinar and we was gonna ask her. She asked her to come.
She did.
No. Oh, Witness Our Divine. We can't forget them.
Oh yeah, we can't.
Witness Our Divine. Can't forget them. I remember the other lady's name, but if I do, I'll probably pin it in the tab, the people we mentioned. But and another good one now is Ashley in Africa. We didn't watch her because she came like around the time we came, but she's also doing great work. You can invest with her. All these people we mentioned, you can invest with them, learn from them. They have properties, courses, land. They have all sorts of stuff. So go check them out. Like I said, the builders are already here. People are already doing work. Tap in. Like you don't have to reinvent the wheel. People are already doing the work in these various different countries. You can come and start an initiative too. Just do it the right way.
Yeah. Do it the right way.
Do it the right way. If you're called, don't just come and try to just make a name for yourself.
Clout chasing.
Yeah. So.
That's it, Mrs. Ford.
Yeah, I want to try to find this lady. Go ahead, say something else. I want to find her name because she was another good one. I'm gonna be sad if I don't remember her.
So yeah, y'all.
You can end it. You can talk about our stuff that we got going on.
Talk about our stuff. All right. Well, yeah. I'm gonna be first. I'm gonna let you guys know. I'm gonna be starting coaching. I'm gonna be coaching people that's interested in making this transition for themselves and their family. I'm gonna be extending the opportunity for individuals who are really trying to come over here.
I got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Her name is Sankofa Repatriation. That's a lady from Ghana. Sankofa Repat. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to be coaching people, and whoever is interested in trying to possibly come over here and create a business and build something for them and their family. I'll take you on the journey and take you on the process, a 6-month journey, and I'll hold your hand and make sure that you are able to come over here and be successful, from all the way from mindset to getting the connections to possibly getting the people in place that you need to hire. All of that, I can help you get all that in place. And if you even just trying to come over here and get settled, I'm extending the olive branch to help people with that as well. So if you're interested in getting coaching and trying to get over here and stay over here long term, email us and let me know that you're interested, and I'll get you in the queue so they can reach out to you so we can have a conversation and see exactly what you need help with so we can help you out. All right. And if you're thinking about coming over here and you want to, just get the ins and outs and figure out what you need to do for your specific situation, for you and your family, we offer repatriation consultations for those who are interested. We will sit on the phone with you for 1 hour and answer all the questions that you have. You'll be able to email me all of the questions before our phone call, so that way I can be prepared and answer all your questions for you so that you can be ready to make a smooth transition. So if you're interested in getting an herbal consultation,
Unapologetic Nomads.
Oh yeah,
I can't forget about them. I'm gonna type it in the comments.
Yeah. If you want to get a repatriation consultation and figure out how to come over here, click the link in the description box. We will put that down below so that you can book that as well. And this lady here, my wife, She's an all-natural herbal practitioner, so she knows how to make natural products and help people heal from the inside out naturally. So if you're thinking about getting your healing done, if you're thinking about healing yourself with natural herbs and natural remedies, my wife can help you figure out how you can do that so you can be okay. If you want to come over here and be healed, you can sit on the phone with my wife and have a 1 hour consultation, and she will help you out and figure out whatever you're dealing with so that you can know what you need to do so that you can heal. Okay. And even if you don't want to come over here, if you're trying to get your healing, trying to figure out what you need to do to overcome diabetes, whatever, diabetes, infertility, memory loss, um, um, fungi infections, anything, bro. This woman can help with so much. So if you're thinking about getting help and you're trying to get some help, click the link in the description box so you can book a herbal consultation with my wife. Okay. All right, Karibu. Anything you want to say? I got a few more things. My bad.
Go ahead.
If you're trying to join a private community of those who are thinking about coming over here to Africa, the people who are trying to build and be around like-minded individuals, we've created a private online community where people are joining together and creating businesses and holding each other accountable. We've been open for almost 3 or 4 months now, and we've already created a business, and we're connecting with each other and creating a business that's going to be able to tap into one of the major industries over here in East Africa. So if you're trying to find a community of like-minded individuals that's building and trying to come over here to Africa, you will have direct access to me. You'll be able to connect with me and talk to me and my wife at any time. We'll be in a community with each other. So yeah, if you're trying to get in a community where we can build with each other, make sure you click the link in the description box and join us over there for that too as well. Okay. What else? Newsletter. If you're trying to stay involved, that's you. If you're trying to stay up to date with what's going on over here in Africa, I write a weekly newsletter that's trying to just give inspirational stories and show people what's going on over here to show that they can do it themselves. So, if you want to join our newsletter, make sure you click the link in the description box to subscribe to that. Okay. And also, I think my wife just launched her next cohort for her herbal course, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she just launched a cohort for her herbal course. So for her herbal course, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I do this, man. This is my gift. But yeah, if you're thinking about joining the herbal course and you want to learn how to help people heal, my wife is actually teaching the course, so she will give you all the tools that you need in order to learn what you need to learn, so that you can help people heal and have the tools and know which herbs to use to help people out. So yeah, if you're thinking about joining the cohort and learning what you need to learn to become a natural healer, I put the link for that in the description box as well, so you can come and join us. Okay. And anything else? Is there anything else that I have to say?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's it. Well, last but not least, man, I just want y'all to remember, you got to keep your spirit pure. You got to make sure that you don't allow the negativity to overtake you. You can't allow the gossip to stop you from continuing your mission and what you know you're supposed to be doing. If you're watching us, you're supposed to be doing something in Africa. There's no coincidence that you're watching us. It's been 1 hour and 23 minutes. Somebody been watching this whole time. So if you're watching us, man, do what you need to do. Focus, heal. Don't be out here being messy and petty, because you might get exposed, man. You might get exposed. You might mess your blessing up. You might mess your inheritance up. You might fumble your blessing if you acting crazy. You can't imagine making it to Africa and being petty. Like imagine making it all the way over here and using your platform to be petty and gossiping and doing some mess. And even if you don't have a platform, just doing that in general, you escape from hell. You escape from what we had to endure. And you make it over here, and this is how you decide to act. Do you think the Most High gonna be pleased with that? He didn't get you out of there. So you got to remember, you're doing this for your family. We're doing this for our families. This ain't about us. This is about those who we start this journey for. Some people do it for them, and those are the ones that get messed up. It got to be something bigger than you. You got to be something bigger. You got to be something bigger than your flesh. You got to be something bigger than your ego. Got to be bigger than that for you to be able to do this successfully. So, man, focus. We want to heal our families. We can't keep blaming the white man no more. The white man and let us go, and now we just
A mess.
a mess. We just hurting each other. I can't even blame the white man no more. The most problems I got is from my people. The white man ain't did nothing to bother me. The white man I met told me. This man literally
You
told
mean the white
me.
man over here?
Yeah, over here. You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. You absolutely right.
I didn't
forget for a second.
Clean it up.
But no, yeah, man, they done caused a lot of problems since I've been here. So I can't even blame, that on them anymore. So my people, man, let's get right. Let's do better. Let's stop hurting each other. Let's stop being messy and petty and ugly. Nobody trying to deal with that no more, man. We trying to be right. We trying to walk into the kingdom. We trying to do what we need to do, and I can't walk with this stuff on me. I'm not gonna walk with this stuff on me. So don't try to throw no mess or pettiness on me. I'm gonna put it right back on you. Right back on you. Anything you want to say, man?
No, just stay focused, y'all. Focus on the things that matter. Focus on securing your families. Focus on your family members that's still stuck in the matrix who need to get out.
Yeah.
Focus on your healing. Focus on your inner work. Focus on your fitness, your health, your mental health, the traumas you have to overcome. Focus on the vision, the purpose, the business that the Most High gave you. Just focus on that, and you'll be good.
Focus.
Stay out the way. Stay focused. And support those who are doing the work on the continent. I put in a list of all the people that we listen to, that we suggest you listen to, that are actually doing the work. They've been here for years doing the work, putting in the work on the continent. Like, they need to be supported, they need to be honored. And these are the people the Most High put in place to do the work. So these are the people we need to support. Somebody can, after we end the video, somebody can just comment with these people, and I'll pin it, so that other people can know who be watching it after the live goes off. They will know the channels and the people that we recommend.
Mark Meets Africa.
Yeah, I put Mark on there.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about him. It was some people I forgot, because when you're trying to ramble off the top of your head, you be forgetting people. But I wrote them all down into the live chat. Yeah. So I know these people are not going to steer you in the wrong direction. So if it ain't one of these people,
look at that fruit.
Not, I don't suggest it. So yeah.
Yeah, y'all be safe out there. Oh man, hit us up if y'all need help with anything. Don't come playing. Let's be serious. Let's be focused, and let's build something. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you're watching this on replay, thank you for watching. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support, and we thank y'all for the attention. Seriously, we don't take it for granted that you sat down and listened to what we were led to talk about, and we're grateful and we hopeful that it brings some edification, and we hope that it holds you accountable to what we are capable of doing. So grateful for your time, and we don't take it for granted, and we hope that this helps someone and they're able to go forth and move their family into the right direction. Mm-hmm. So, y'all be safe out there and keep the shalom peace, and don't let these negative people, these negative spirits stop you from doing what you're supposed to be doing, all right? Call them out. Stand strong. Be bold. Because once you stand up to the devil, once you stand up to the enemy, he tends to run away with his tail tucked. So y'all be strong. Keep the faith. And don't let the enemy steal your birthright, all right?
Did you mention about doing the investments?
Investments?
Yeah. Mm-mm. If y'all want to invest or join a business or purchase land with us, go on our website, t3me.org. Our operations manager information is on there. Y'all can also book a consult if y'all need more information, if y'all want to join now. We usually have like investors roundtable every few months, but we haven't had one in a while just because we've been dealing with so much. But if y'all want to invest now, y'all can still do so on an individual basis. We're holding off on the group investments for now. We'll reopen it probably sometime later on in the year. Yeah. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah, y'all. Stay focused. Don't let them steal your shalom peace. Y'all keep going. Y'all be safe out there. Shalom. Peace.